Hello my dear students of Standard 9. Welcome to Botany class. How are you everybody? Hope you all are well and safe by the grace of Allah. In this class we are going to discuss the last portion of chapter 2, that is cell and tissues of organisms. So our today's topic is plant tissue. You know that the structural and functional unit of living organism consisting of protoplasm surrounded by a semi-permeable membrane and capable of self-reproduction is called cell. The word cell is coined from Latin word cellula, which in Greek word means little room. And you know that scientist Robert Hooke discovered the cell in 1665 while he examining a thin slice of cork in his own microscope. But you know that the functions of unicellular and multicellular organisms are performed in different ways. From the first day of the advent of the world's primitive animals, protozoa performs all its activities such as digestion, growth, reproduction in a single cell. Till today, while the multicellular organism has different organs for different metabolic activities. So, today we will discuss meristematic tissue and simple tissue. Now everybody, let's start the class. Tissue. I think you know cell is a single or unit of the living being, but many cells combinedly form tissue. So tissue is a group of cells originated from same place, similar or dissimilar in shape, size, and collectively do the same functions are called tissue. But what is plant tissue? Plant tissue is a collection of similar cells performing an organized function for the plants. Each plant tissue is specialized for a unique purpose and can be combined with other tissues to create organs such as leaves, flowers, stems, and roots. An assembly of similar or different types of cell with the same organ and performing a specific function is called tissue. So mainly plant tissues are of two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Everybody, now let's see the flowchart of plant tissue. Here plant tissue are divided into two types, meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue, the tissue composed of cells which have the ability of cell division, is known as meristematic tissue. The group of cells by which the meristematic tissue are formed is called meristematic cell. And this type of tissue found in the tip of the stem and root and in tender leaf. They are in different shape like oval, rectangular or hexagonal. This cell of this type divides and redivides repeatedly to form plant's body. Everybody see the figure. This one is the meristematic tissue. So meristematic tissue are capable of cell division, and these tissues look like oval, rectangular or hexagonal, and the cell wall is very thin because this cell wall only composed of cellulose, and you know that cellulose is a non-living thing. Each cell contains dense amount of cytoplasm and a large nucleus. Okay, and in between two cells there is no intercellular space. Cells are compactly arranged, and in each cell there is no vacuole. Okay everybody, now let's see the permanent tissue. The cells of this tissue which are not capable of cell division is known as permanent tissue. In other words, those tissues which have lost the power of cell division is called permanent tissue. They are attained full size and shape. They originated from meristematic tissue. Mainly the permanent tissue are of two types, simple tissue and complex tissue. Today we will discuss the simple tissue. So everybody see what is simple tissue. The permanent tissue which contains cells of the same shape, size and structure is called simple tissue. On the basis of nature of cell, simple tissue are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now everybody see the figure. This one is the parenchyma tissue. So parenchyma is one kind of simple tissue. Parenchyma cells are seen in almost every part of plants. Cells of these types are living, okay, because each cell contains large amount of a dense cytoplasm and nucleus. Cell wall is thin, okay, because the cell wall composed of only cellulose, and in between two cells there is a open space. This open space is called intercellular space. When chloroplasts are present in this type of cell is called chlorenchyma. So when parenchyma, so we can say that when parenchyma cell contains chloroplast, they are called chlorenchyma, and when parenchyma cell with air filled space are called arenchyma. So we can say that if parenchyma cell contains air cavity in its cell, then this type of cell is called arenchyma. Arenchyma are usually big in size and found in the aquatic plants. The main function of parenchyma cells are to organize the body or body parts of plant and to produce and transport and store of food. Okay everybody, now let's see the collenchyma. Collenchyma is the another simple tissue. See the figure. This one is the figure of collenchyma. Collenchyma tissues are a special type of parenchyma cell. The wall of this cell become thick with the completion of cellulose and pectin. So here the cell wall is uneven thickened due to deposition of cellulose and pectin. These walls are irregularly thickened with thicker corner. The cells are elongated, filled with protoplasm. Intercellular space may be present. Okay, everybody see this figure here. Intercellular space may be present, and there may be vacuoles are found or not. The main function are to produce food and provide the plants with mechanical support and rigidity. They are found in the veins of petioles of the leaves. This kind of tissue found provide rigidity to the young and sepal stem, for example, the stem of gourd, leucas. Sometimes the collenchyma cell contains chlorophyll. When collenchyma cell contains chlorophyll, they are called chlorenchyma. Okay everybody, now let's see the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is the most hard tissue. Sclerenchyma is one kind of simple tissue. Everybody see the figure. This one is the figure of sclerenchyma tissue. Tissue composed of cell with thickening of walls with lignin for providing mechanical support is called sclerenchyma. The mature cell of this tissue become dead due to deposition of lignin. the cells are elongated, pointed at both ends. On the basis of shape, size and structure, Sclerenchyma are of two types. This one is a sclerite and this one is a Sclerenchyma fiber and this one is a sclerite. While in early stage of their development, that means Sclerenchyma cells are alive, but in mature stage they lost their protoplasm, they become dead. So here the Sclerenchyma fiber are elongated, slender, thick-walled, and both their ends are pointed. If you want to see this figure, both ends are pointed and elongated structure. This one is a Sclerenchyma fibers. In their walls, they have pore called pith. Everybody see this figure here. The deposition of lignin is not occur. So here is found a pore-like structure. This pore-like structure is called pith. Based on their origin, the structure, they are called by different names such as bast fiber, surface fiber, xylem fiber, or wood fiber. Now this one is a sclerite. Due to hardness, these are called stone cells. Why these cells are most hardest? Because due to deposition of lignin on their cell wall. These cells are shorter, isodiametric, or sometimes long and star-shaped structure. Their secondary cell walls are durable, thick, and lignified. Mature sclerite cells are usually dead. The wall of cells are pitted. In the cortex, fruits and seed shell of gymnosperm and dicot plant, sclerite are found. In the petiole of leaves, they may be present in the cluster form associated with the epidermis, with xylem and phloem tissue. The main function of sclerite is to give strength, rigidity to the plants, and sometimes from hard covering of fruits, seed coat, and protect the inner soft tissue, that is coconut. And dead cell sometimes contains waste materials. Okay everybody, today up to this, next class I will explain the complex tissue. So everybody, thank you.